Lying down on the back of your body, with your legs bent, your feet flat, your knees up, and your arms alongside you. Or you can place your hands to rest on your belly, whatever you prefer. Just take your time to settle. Making sure that your shoulder blades are lying comfortably on the floor, the back of your rib cage, your pelvis. And then just let go into the contact that the back of your body has with the floor and relax into that contact. Just feel the weight of your body. And then just feeling the contact that the back of your head has with the floor and relax into that contact, the muscles, the back of your head, the base of your skull and your neck. Relaxing your throat and your jaw and all of the muscles of your face. Feel the weight of your pelvis and the contact that the back of your pelvis, your sacrum, has with the floor and relax into that. As you relax your buttocks, your hips, your belly, and your lower back. Invite the smaller muscles, your throat, your jaw, your face and pelvic floor to completely relax. So that with your mind's eye, you're rotating your awareness, your consciousness around the whole of your body, inviting the whole of your body to relax and to release and to let go. Now invite your mind to quieten down and to become aware of your breathing, allowing your breath to flow freely but consciously through your nose. So becoming intimate with the soft rhythmic presence of your natural breathing rhythm flowing freely but consciously through your nose. And as you become intimate with the soft rhythmic presence of your natural breathing rhythm, feel your breath and the movement of your breath in many parts of your body. And from your awareness of your breathing, and with the back of your head staying in contact with the floor and your shoulders relaxed, come into the gentle movements of your head. You're rolling your head a little to one side as you inhale and a little to the other side as you exhale. Feeling the sensations being generated by your movements, back of your head and your neck, and perhaps even along the length of your spine. With your shoulders relaxed, the back of your head softly rolling on the floor from side to side, feeling the sensations that these movements are generating as you relax your throat and your jaw and become intimate with your breathing. And then little by little begin to slow the movements of your head down until eventually, but without hurrying, coming back towards stillness with your head more or less centered. Inviting the back of your head and your neck, your shoulders to relax, and then moving your awareness into your pelvis. As you begin to come into the rocking of your pelvis, rolling your pubic bone down towards the floor as you inhale, and just coming out of that as you exhale, as sensitively as possible to what you can feel. Rolling your pubic bone down towards the floor so your hip bones are moving closer to your thigh bones, and you can feel the natural lumbar curve in your lower back deepen. And then with each exhalation, just letting go of that. Feel the sensations that these movements are generating in your lower back, and refine the quality and the range of your movements to support softness here. By perhaps just letting go a little bit of the pivot of your pelvis. Relax your throat, jaw, pelvic floor, and become intimate with your breathing. And now, little by little, slow your movements down until eventually coming back to stillness with your pelvis, your lower back relaxed. And with your awareness and what you can feel, the vibrations and the sensation that these movements have generated in your pelvis. And now, without using your hands, just bring your heels a little bit further back towards your buttocks with your feet parallel, perhaps a little bit closer than hip width distance apart. Bend your arms and rest your hands on your belly. And then on your next inhalation, just roll your knees a little to one side. And as you exhale, roll your knees a little to the other side. Just small movements so that you can feel the sensations in your sacrum, rolling on the floor from side to side with your pelvis staying level, stable. Softly broadening across the balls of your feet so you can feel the contact that your feet have with the floor. Become intimate with the sensations that your body's generating in your pelvis, your lower back, and perhaps even along the length of your spine towards your head. And now begin to roll your head in the opposite direction to your knees. Back of your head just rolling on the floor from side to side. You inhale and exhale, simultaneously rolling your knees in the opposite direction, and then feel the sensations being generated by your body in the back of your head, back of your neck, and perhaps even along the length of your spine, from the base of your skull towards your sacrum. And as you flow as sensitively as possible between these two movements, just feel the sensations being generated by your body along the length of your spine. And relax deeply within the core of your body, from the muscles of your pelvic floor all the way up into your throat and your jaw. And become intimate with your breathing. And then slowing your movements down, little by little, so that eventually you can come back to stillness, but without hurrying, with your head and your knees more or less centered, and with your awareness on what you can feel. And with your feet parallel, hip width distance apart, just softly broaden across the balls of your feet. With your arms down by your sides, if they're not already, your palms facing down. Broaden your palms into their contact with the floor and lengthen your arms from your armpits to your fingertips and from your fingernails back to your relaxed shoulders. So within the relative straightness of your arms, keeping your elbows soft, shoulders relaxed. On your next inhalation, raise your broadening palms and your lengthening arms up and over your head, bringing the backs of your hands towards the floor. And as you exhale, lower your arms down by your sides. On each inhalation, raise your broadening palms, your lengthening arms up and over your head. And on each exhalation, lower your arms down by your sides. Feel the sensations being generated by your body as you inquire into the possibility of softening the sensations in your shoulders by keeping your shoulders relaxed, but by reclarifying the broadenings of your palms, the lengthenings of your arms, and refining the quality and the range of your movements. Broadening your palms and lengthening your arms in their two directions, with your shoulders relaxed, your elbows soft. Relax your rib cage and your back so that your rib cage is therefore freely able to respond to the activation and the release of your arms. So perhaps you can feel, however subtle it may be, the back of your ribcage lifting a little away from the floor as you raise your arms over your head and releasing back down to the floor as you lower your arms down by your side. Feel free to adjust the position of your hands and your arms to support softer sensations in your shoulders. And then following your next exhalation, as you inhale and raise your arms up and over your head, roll your pubic bone down towards the floor to come into the pivot of your pelvis. And then as you exhale and lower your arms down by your side, let go of that. So on each inhalation, as you raise your arms up and over your head, roll your pubic bone down towards the floor to support you coming into that little bit of a back bend for your lower back. And on each exhalation, just let go of the pivot of your pelvis as you lower your arms down by your sides. You're coming in and out of a little back bend for your lumbar curve. And as you become intimate with the sensations being generated by the movements of your body, inquire into the possibility of softening the sensations in your lower back by refining the quality and the range of your movements, usually meaning doing a little bit less here. So let go of any tendency to want to do too much. Keep your shoulders relaxed as you re-clarify the broadenings of your palms and the lengthenings of your arms. Just flowing to your breathing. Invite, and as much as possible, allow your breath to flow freely, softly, consciously. And then following your next exhalation, broadening your palms and feet, lengthening your arms and your feet. Inhale, raise your arms up and over your head, roll your pubic bone down towards the floor, and now simultaneously lengthen your spine from your pubis to your throat to exaggerate the back bend a little bit. And as you exhale, let go of the lengthening of your spine from your pubis to your throat as you lower your arms down by your side and let go of the pivot of your pelvis. So inhale, as you raise your arms over your head and roll your pubic bone down towards the floor, lengthen your spine from your pubis to your throat to exaggerate the back bend a little bit, just to come into a little bit of a deeper back bend, if that's okay for your lower back. And then on each exhalation, let go of the lengthening of your spine. So feeling free to lengthen your spine from your pubis to your throat each time you come into the back bend to support coming into a bit of a deeper back bend if the sensations in your lower back remain quiet and soft. And then following your next exhalation, as you inhale and raise your arms over your head, roll your pubic bone down towards the floor, lengthen your spine from your pubis to your throat and come to stillness here. Coming to stillness here with your shoulders relaxed, but still broadening your palms and lengthening your arms. And become aware of what you can feel in your pelvis. If the sensations in your pelvis remain quite strong, then let go a little bit of the pivot of your pelvis. Just release your pelvis a little bit to support that softness in your lower back. Relax your throat and your jaw, pelvic floor. Inhale. Just softly let go of the pivot of your pelvis, the lengthening of your spine from your pubis to your throat. And as you exhale, lower your arms down by your sides, relaxing and releasing the whole of your body, feeling free to either come into stillness or bring your feet and your knees just a little bit closer together. Place your hands to rest in your belly and to come into those two movements of rolling your knees a little to one side, your head in the opposite direction, and to the breath. And then again, just making your way back towards stillness with your head and your knees more or less centered. And with your feet parallel, hip width distance apart, softly broaden and lengthen your feet. With your arms down by your side and your palms facing down, broaden your palms and lengthen your arms, armpits to fingertips, fingers back to your relaxed shoulders. Inhale, raise both of your arms up and over your head. And as you exhale, lower your arms down by your sides and lift your hips and your pelvis just a little bit away from the floor. Inhale, lower your back down to the floor, raise your arms up and over your head. And as you exhale, lower your arms down by your sides and lift your hips and your pelvis. So you don't need to lift high, just a little bit away from the floor with your awareness and what you can feel in your lower back, remaining as quiet and as soft as possible. Continuously broaden and lengthen your feet. Ground the pad of your big toe, little toe, inner heel, outer heel. Broadening your palms, lengthening your arms. And on each inhalation, just lowering your back down to the floor as you raise your arms over your head. And on each exhalation, lowering your arms down by your sides and lifting your hips and your pelvis. Try to relax the superficial muscles of your buttocks. So when you inhale, your back's on the floor and you're raising your arms over your head. And then when you exhale, you're lowering your arms down by your sides. And then lifting your hips and your pelvis. Flowing as sensitively as possible to what you can feel in your lower back as you flow between these two movements, continuously broadening and lengthening whatever can be broadened and lengthened to support softness in your joints. And then following your next inhalation as you lower your back down to the floor, raise your arms over your head, and then exhale, lower your arms down by your sides and invite the whole of your body to relax, coming to stillness here. Feel free to come into the little movements there of your head going one way, your knees the other way, or just staying in stillness. And slowly making your way back to the center with your head and your knees. With your feet parallel, hip width distance apart. Softly broaden across the balls of your feet. Broaden your palms into their contact with the floor. Lengthen your arms. And on your next inhalation, as you lift your hips and your pelvis, raise both of your arms up and over your head. And as you exhale, lower your back and your arms alongside your body. So as you inhale, lift your hips and your pelvis, broaden and lengthen your feet, broaden your palms and lengthen your arms. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Ground the pad of your big toe, your little toe, inner heel and your outer heel. And as you lift your hips and your pelvis to support yourself coming up a little bit further towards your shoulders, lengthen your spine from your sacrum, your pubis, into your throat, and then let go of that on each exhalation. So on each inhalation, as you raise your arms up and over your head, Lengthen your spine from your sacrum, your pubis to your throat to support you coming into a little bit of a deeper back bend, but only if that's okay for your lower back. Reclarifying your broadenings and your lengthenings and refining the quality and the range of your movements to support softness in the vulnerability of your joints. Relax your throat and your jaw and invite your breathing to flow as freely as you can. Invite the superficial muscles of your buttocks to remain relaxed. And then following your next exhalation, as you reclarify your broadenings and your lengthenings, inhale, raise your arms up and over your head, lifting your hips and your pelvis as you lengthen your spine from your sacrum, your pubis, all the way up into your throat, coming to stillness here. And now with your arms staying over your head, as you exhale, lower your spine back down onto the floor, one vertebra at a time, starting from the bottom of your neck. Just slowly lowering your spine back down onto the floor, one vertebra at a time. And then once you release your sacrum down onto the floor, lower your arms down by your sides, broadening your palms and your feet, lengthening your feet and your arms, and then inhale, raise your arms up and over your head as you lift your hips and your pelvis, lengthening your spine from your sacrum, your pubis, into your throat, and coming to stillness here. And then on your next exhalation, with your arms staying over your head, again, just lowering your spine back down onto the floor, one at a time, as slowly and as sensitively as possible to what you can feel. Lower your arms down by your side whenever you're ready. Broaden across the balls of your feet and your palms. Lengthen from the broad balls of your feet into your heels and lengthen your arms in their two directions. Inhale, raise your arms up and over your head. Lift your hips and your pelvis as high as is comfortably possible as you lengthen your spine from your sacrum into the base of your skull, your pubis to your throat. And then on your next exhalation, lower your spine back down onto the floor, one vertebra at a time if you can. And when your sacrum reaches the floor, you can lower your arms down by your sides and relax. Come into stillness here. Feeling free to come into those two little movements of your head and your knees, or staying still. And then slowly making your way back to stillness. Your head, your knees, more or less centered. And then as sensitively as you can, just make your way over onto your side and then down to the bottom of your mat. In child's pose, with your buttocks back towards your heels, your ribcage resting on your thighs, and placing one hand on top of the other hand and resting your forehead onto your hands. So have your knees either together or slightly apart, whatever's more comfortable for you. Invite the whole of your body to relax and become intimate with what you can feel, be they sensations of pressure or tension. Invite that soft quality of sensation to come into your throat and your jaw as you relax. Your throat, your jaw, and the muscles of your pelvic floor. And become intimate with your breathing. From your awareness of your breath, bring your hands and your arms out in front of you. With your hands more or less in line with your shoulders, relax your spine fully into your neck. Lengthen your arms from your armpits to your fingertips, from your fingernails back to your relaxed shoulders as you broaden your palms. With your elbows soft and the backs of your shoulders open and soft, on each inhalation, lift your pelvis above your knees and softly lengthen your spine from your sacrum into the base of your skull. And on each exhalation, just slip your buttocks back and down, broadening to ground the base of your fingers, lengthening your arms in their two directions. On each inhalation, come up to all fours, softly lengthening your spine. And on each exhalation, just slip your buttocks back towards your heels, flowing here in your own time. And as you inhale and come to all fours, make sure that your hips are not coming in front of your knees. Lengthen your spine from your sacrum into the base of your skull so that your neck is long and soft and more or less parallel to the floor. Relaxing your spine fully into your neck on each exhalation. And as you feel the sensations that these movements are generating in your body, we clarify your broadenings and your lengthenings, the quality and the range of your movements to support softness in your wrists, your elbows, across the backs of your shoulders and your neck. And then following your next exhalations, you inhale and come to all fours. Exhale, bend your arms, bring your thighs, your pelvis, your abdomen, your rib cage, and then your forehead softly to the floor. With your wrists beneath your elbows, broaden to ground the base of your fingers, lengthen your arms in their two directions to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Softly broaden across the balls of your feet, and then using the contact that your feet, your knees, and your hands have with the floor, inhale, come softly back to all fours, lengthening your spine. And as you exhale, slip your buttocks back towards your heels, relaxing your spine fully into your neck. Broadening your palms and lengthening your arms. On each inhalation, come softly up to all fours, and then alternate your exhalations between coming down onto the front of your body and then slipping softly back into child's pose. Re-clarify your broadenings, your lengthenings, and refine the quality and the range of your movements to support softness. And make sure that you're relaxing your throat, your jaw, and inviting your breathing to flow freely. And then next time you inhale and come to all fours, softly lengthen your spine from your sacrum into the base of your skull. Tuck your toes under, relax your neck as you lift your knees, move your hips and your pelvis back and up into downward facing dog. Now have your legs bent and your heels high so that you can pivot your pelvis and lift your sit bones up towards the sky. Keep your elbows soft, the backs of your shoulders open and soft. And now inhale, release your knees to the floor, lengthening your spine as you slip your toes back. Exhale, bring your buttocks back towards your heels. Broadening your palms and lengthening your arms. Inhale, come softly up to all fours. And as you exhale, bend your arms and come down onto the front of your body. Broadening your palms and your feet. Inhale, come back to all fours. Tuck your toes under towards your knees down on the floor. And as you exhale, lift your knees, move your hips and your pelvis back and up. With your legs a little bent, your heels high, and your neck completely relaxed. Inhale, release your knees to the floor, slip your toes back, and as you exhale, bring your buttocks back towards your heels, relaxing your spine fully into your neck as you broaden your palms and lengthen your arms. Inhale, come back to all fours, lengthening your spine. Exhale, bend your arms, come down onto the front of your body. Inhale, come back to all fours, lengthening your spine when you're ready. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees, move your hips and your pelvis back and up. With your neck completely relaxed, your elbows soft, and the backs of your shoulders open and soft. Inhale, release your knees softly to the floor, slip your toes back, and as you exhale, bring your buttocks back towards your heels, relaxing your spine fully into your neck. Broaden your palms and lengthen your arms, and with your buttocks staying close to your heels, on each inhalation, softly lengthen your spine from your sacrum into the base of your skull. And on each exhalation, just let go of the lengthening of your spine. On each inhalation, softly lengthen your spine from your sacrum into the space of your skull. And on each exhalation, just let go of that. And as you continue to flow between these two movements, begin to lengthen your neck also on each inhalation from the base of your skull into your chin. So you're lengthening your spine from your sacrum into the base of your skull, and then lengthening your neck from the base of your skull into your chin, and then just letting go of that on each exhalation. Lengthen your spine on each inhalation from your sacrum into the base of your skull. Lengthen your neck from the base of your skull into your chin. So you're coming into that little structural shortening at the back of your neck and feeling the sensations that these movements are generating in your neck, remaining as quiet and as soft as possible. And then following your next exhalation, your spine staying completely relaxed. Broaden to ground the bases of your fingers. Lengthen your arms in their two directions. Inhale, come to all fours, softly lengthening your spine from your sacrum into the base of your skull. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees, and as you move your hips and your pelvis back and up with your legs bent, lengthen from the backs of your knees down into your heels to support your heels moving down towards the floor. Keep your elbows soft, the backs of your shoulders open and soft. And now inhale, release your knees to the floor and make your way to come to sitting with your legs loosely crossed. And as you come to sitting with your legs loosely crossed, pivot your pelvis, so roll your pubic bone down towards the floor to support you coming into that little lumbar curve. So just pivoting your pelvis, pubic bones rolling forwards. Relax your hands and your arms. the whole of your back, and for a moment just become intimate with what you can feel. Broaden across the balls of your feet and your palms, lengthen your arms in their two directions. Armpits to fingertips, fingers back to your relaxed shoulders. Now lengthen your spine from your sacrum into the base of your skull, just lifting the back of your rib cage away from the back of your pelvis. And now inhale, raise your arms out wide, shoulder height, with your hands clearly in front of the line of your shoulders. And as you exhale, bend your arms and bring your broad palms together in front of your chest, with your forearms in line with one another. Broaden your palms into their contact with one another. Lengthen your arms in their two directions, your spine, from your sacrum into the base of your skull. And now on each inhalation, extend both of your arms out wide, shoulder height. And on each exhalation, bend your arms and bring your hands back together at your chest. Inhale, extend both of your arms out wide. And on each exhalation, bend your arms and bring your hands back together at your chest. Feel the sensations being generated by your body as you inquire into the possibility of refining your broadenings and your lengthenings, the quality and the range of your movements to support softness in, within, and around your shoulders. And now, little by little, begin to raise your arms up a little bit higher on each inhalation, and then on each exhalation, bringing your palms back together at your chest. So movement by movement. As you take your arms out wide, raise your arms just a little bit higher each time, but with your shoulders staying relaxed and away from your ears. Inhaling, raising your arms out wide, forward and up a little bit. Exhale, bring your palms together and lower your hands down to your chest. Flowing here in your own time as you refine your broadenings and your lengthenings, the quality and the range of your movement to support softness in your body. Raising your arms out wide, forwards and up, bringing your palms together in front of the line of your shoulders. Exhaling, lowering your hands down to the chest. Just flowing here in your own time. And then next time you inhale and raise your arms out wide, forwards and up, bring your palms together in front of the line of your shoulders. Exhale, bend your arms and bring your thumbs towards your spine at the back of your neck. Inhale, lengthen your arms, bringing your hands in front of the line of your shoulders. And as you exhale, bend your arms and bring your thumbs towards your spine. On each inhalation, lengthening your arms, and on each exhalation, bending your arms and bringing your hands behind your head, just flowing here in your own time. And then following your next exhalation, you inhale, lengthen your arms, exhale, lower your hands down to your chest and come to stillness here. Reclarify the broadenings of your palms and the lengthenings of your arms and your spine from your sacrum into the base of your skull, just rolling your pubic bone down towards the floor. And now inhale, raise both your arms out wide, forwards and up. And as you do so, lengthen your neck from the base of your skull into your chin to look up towards your thumbs as you bring your palms together. Exhaling, lowering your hands down to your chest. Inhale, circle your arms out wide, forwards and up as you lengthen your neck to look up towards your thumbs as you bring your palms together. And then as you exhale, lower your hands down to your chest. Inhale, raise your arms out wide, forwards and up. Lengthen your neck from the base of your skull into your chin to look up towards your thumbs as you bring your palms together. Now, on your next exhalation, bend your arms and lengthen up the front of your spine from your pubis to your throat. And then inhale, let go of that lengthening. And as you exhale, bend your arms, lengthen from your pubis to your throat as you bend your arms. And then as you inhale, let go of that as you lengthen your arms and bring your hands in front of the line of your shoulders. Exhale, bend your arms, lengthen up the front of your spine from your pubis to your throat. Inhale, let go of the lengthening of your spine as you bring your hands in front of the line of your shoulders, and then exhale and lower your hands to your chest. Reclarify the broadenings of your feet and your palms, the lengthenings of your arms. So have your hands, your forearms in line with one another. Inhale, extend both of your arms out wide, shoulder height, and come to stillness here. With your hands clearly in front of the line of your shoulders, just come into stillness there. With your shoulders relaxed, broadening your feet, your hands, lengthening your arms, your spine, from your sacrum into the base of your skull, lifting the back of your rib cage away from the back of your pelvis. Relax your throat, your jaw, and your pelvic floor. And then following your next inhalation, as you exhale, lower your arms down by your sides and make your way to come to lying down on the back of your body. Legs bent, feet flat, knees up, arms alongside you. Inviting the whole of your body to relax into the support of the floor. Relax your throat, jaw as you become intimate with your breathing. And now bring your feet and your knees together so that they're touching, broadening and lengthening your feet. And with your arms down by your sides, broaden your palms and lengthen your arms in their two directions. Inhale, raise your arms up and over your head. And as you exhale, lower your arms down by your side and draw your knees in towards your chest, crossing your right ankle over your left. And now on each inhalation, just lightly brush the floor with the ball of your foot as you raise your arms over your head. And on each exhalation, lower your arms down by your sides and draw your knees in towards your chest, just flowing here in your own time. Lightly brushing the floor with the ball of your foot as you raise your arms over your head. But if the sensations in your lower back are very strong, then feel free just to move your knees to above your hips on the inhalation and then back in towards your chest on the inhalation. So you don't need to bring the ball of your foot down to the floor. You can move your knees just to above your hips on each inhalation and then draw your knees back in towards your chest on each exhalation, or alternatively, just lightly brush the floor with the ball of your foot as you inhale. And then draw your knees in towards your chest as you lower your arms down by your side on each exhalation. And then following your next inhalation, as you exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest and change the cross of your ankles. changing the cross of your ankles, crossing your left ankle over your right, and then continue to flow in your own time between these two movements. Inhaling, lightly brushing the floor with the ball of your foot as you raise your arms over your head. And as you exhale, lower your arms down by your side, drawing your knees in towards your chest. And then following your next inhalation, exhale, lower your arms down by your side, draw your knees in towards your chest, uncross your ankles, and then place your feet back down on the floor, one after the other, and invite the whole of your body to relax. Bringing your feet and your knees perhaps a little bit closer together. Slip your hand and your arms away from your body, broadening your palms and your feet, lengthening your arms. And now inhale, roll your knees just a little to one side, and as you exhale, roll your knees a little to the other side. Just starting off with your lower body first of all, so you can feel the sensations that these movements are generating. In your pelvis and your lower back perhaps. Feeling free to begin to roll your head in the opposite direction to your knees whenever you're ready, as you feel the sensations that both of these movements are generating along the length of your spine. Little by little, begin to slow your movements down until eventually, without hurrying, coming back to stillness with your head and your knees more or less centered. And then rolling your arms and your palms to face up towards shoulder height if that's comfortable, or feeling free to bend your arms and place your hands the base of your skull, one on top of the other, or even just placing your hands to rest on your body. Raise your left leg up towards the vertical, draw your right knee in towards the chest, and then slip the toes of your right foot behind your left knee, bending your left leg and bringing your foot to the floor. Shift your pelvis a little bit over to your right as you inhale, and then as you exhale, roll your knees over to your left. And then adjust and relax your shoulders before rolling your head to the right, if that's comfortable for your neck. Invite the whole of your body to relax and to release. Just feeling the sensations. And feeling free to make any tiny adjustments so that you're as comfortable as possible. Feeling free to stay here a little bit longer, or to make your way back to the center. Inviting the whole of your back to relax, and then whenever you're ready, raising your right leg up towards the vertical, drawing your left knee in towards your chest, slipping the toes of your left foot behind your right knee, and then bending your right leg and bringing your right foot down onto the floor. Shift your hips and your pelvis a little bit over to your left before rolling your knees over to your right. Adjusting and relaxing your shoulders and then rolling your head to the left if that's comfortable. Just softly broaden the ball of your foot into the back of your calf. And then invite the whole of your body to relax. Feeling free to stay there a little bit longer or to make your way back to the center. And then releasing your arms down by your sides. When you're ready, just make your way to come to lying down on the back of your body, but taking with you whatever you need to be as comfortable as possible. Just taking your time to get as comfortable as you can. And then if you haven't done so already, invite your eyes to gently close. Begin to draw your awareness inwards as you feel the sensations being generated by your body, inviting the whole of your body to relax and to release into the support of the floor and to let go. Just letting go into the generous presence of gravity as you feel the major motor muscles of your body relaxing in their own time and in their own sequence. Extend that invitation to relaxing the smaller but more important muscles of your throat and your jaw, your face, pelvic floor, your ears, eyes, nose, mouth, forehead, head, skin of your scalp. And then just becoming aware of feeling whatever there is to be felt. Sensations, vibrations, rhythms and pulsations in your body. And so staying here for as much time, as long as you need, relaxing, letting go, and simply being present to what is actually happening in your body by way of feeling sensations as intimately, as clearly, as deeply, and as continuously as you can. Inviting your breath to flow as consciously, freely, and as softly as possible. Feeling free to stay there for as long as you like, or to make your way over onto your side. Just resting for a moment. And again, just feeling free to stay there for a little bit longer, or to make your way up to sitting with your legs loosely crossed. Resting your hands on your knees, but softly, very softly lengthening your spine with your shoulders relaxed. Becoming aware of your breathing.